Merry Christmas. Welcome to the Fishin' Control Christmas Spectacular. This is going to be a very special episode. We are starting off with some bass fishing, and we are going to do several different kinds of fishing over the next few days to provide a proper fishing special. We're going to try and catch some bass at a couple of different ponds today and tomorrow. We're going to hit the beach on Friday, maybe hit an inshore spot or two, and we are going to just do a whole bunch of stuff and cram it all into one episode to upload Christmas Day. And so you should be seeing this Christmas Day. If you're not, then something has gone awry, and I'm still working on it, but hopefully this will be my Christmas present to you guys to get this episode up on Christmas Day. So without further ado, let me show you what we're doing today. So this is the pond we're fishing. It has been difficult the last few times I've fished it, so we're gonna hope for the best. And along that route, we're going with some tried and true, a Zoom trick worm, watermelon, red flake with the chartreuse tail tip, an old classic. Down here, chartreuse tail seems to have been really popular in particular, but the watermelon trick worm with the red flake has always been a go-to. It worked well at Lake Altoona, all kinds of places. So we're gonna get this going. I've got two rods with me, both rigged up the same with a 2/0 VMC worm hook and a 3/8 ounce weight. I'll show you what that looks like real quick. There we go. It's a red weight, the black hook. I just have like a spare set up in case like I break off on something, or like I just need a replacement real quick. I got a second one I can go to. Air temperature right now is about 60 degrees. It's been cold. We just had a front come through. I expect the bass to be difficult. That's why we're going with a classic slow moving bottom thing. But let's get to it. I'm talking too much. Let's fish. I've got, on this one, I've got 20-pound braid for my main line, but I'm using a 12-pound fluoro leader. There we go. One thing about the heavier weight though is it will get down in those weeds, so watch out for that. Clean it off between casts, get it back out there. Okay, so we're gonna spend, I don't know, another 20 minutes, 30 minutes fishing my most productive zone, which is along this side of this bank, starting out in the middle there, working our way along. Not nearly as far as I wanted that cast to go, but that's okay. That's a fish right here in close. Heck yeah. It only took long enough. Huh. Okay. Well, there we go. Bass on a trick worm. So that's one down. Thank you, buddy. Huh. He was right in close. But that's where that size often is. They're cruising in close. All right. I'm telling you, to only get one small bass and one bite on a watermelon trick worm, that's not great. It's not outstanding. Might end up fishing this one again with a another jerkbait. That was a hit. Does he have it? Oh, he had it. Damn it. I'd be really happy if I could land one more fish here. Last cast at this spot, then if there's any light left, if I feel like y'all can still see, we'll cast around down there. And then tomorrow we're going to another one of my favorite little parks, and oh, I got this one, and we'll see what we can do. Excellent. Haha. Same size basically. All the bigger bass seem to be gone from in here. Oh wow. Get you untangled from your gill there. He was well hooked. There we go. All right, so he's not big, but he is a bass. Yeah. Okay. He's not big, but he is a bass. One last little look at him. Maybe even smaller than the other one, but nevertheless, happy to catch him. Pew! I knew there was something messing with my bait right there. Ah, heck yeah. So that's two. We're gonna head down here to where my stuff is and fish the last little bit of light down there. But I'm really happy about that. Hold on. So that's two. Neither were big. We're not necessarily done. We're just heading down here to where my stuff is, close to the car, and maybe flip around there before we go till it's too dark. But nevertheless, this was successful. You know, they're not the size that I was looking for, but you know, bass tug at just about any size, so they're still fun to catch. And just because today's session is over doesn't mean the video's over. We're gonna go fish another favorite spot tomorrow and see if we can pull something together there and keep this thing rolling. It's Christmas, baby. I love this fountain. There used to be two fountains here. That one down there hasn't worked in a while. I don't know if it's broken or what. But yeah. The only problem with this pond is that some folks seem to come and actually keep fish here. And I don't think it's really intended for that. You know, obviously it doesn't say you can't, and by all means, you're within your rights legally, I believe. So it's not illegal. I don't know that it's very healthy though, and because it's such a closed system, and on top of that, I don't think it's maintaining its population very well. I catch fewer fish all the time here, and pretty much smaller ones every time. Pretty much no big ones anymore. All right, guys, it's day 2 of this adventure. We're at another one of my favorite ponds to fish. I haven't been here in a while. It did get down to like 34 degrees last night. It's like 10 degrees colder today than it was yesterday. And I've only got about an hour before this park closes. So I'm not gonna take too long here to talk. We are gonna get to it. I am gonna stick with mostly the Zoom trick worm, but I also brought one of those lures that I painted with me. So we're gonna tie it on my other rod and maybe go back and forth a little bit. Definitely start off with that and see if I can get something. So let's get going. Okay, so this is the one I've got with me. It's the one with the lip on it, kind of a medium shallow diver or whatever. I think it's gonna potentially work over here. I think it gets a little deeper. And because this rod's only got 6-pound test on it, I'm gonna take the long-handled net over here with me too, to help land any decent fish I might get, decent or not. So not having a way to get fish across this grass has been really my only problem with fishing this pond. A couple of the other spots on the other side of the lake have a little bit better water access. All right, so I got a fresh worm on. That one from yesterday got fairly torn up. I just realized I've never really shown how I rig my worms, but anyway. We're gonna start here, work our way down, see what happens. All right, so we've moved to the other side of the pond. I've caught a couple of fish over here before. There's like a little flat part over here. I think it's actually farther up over here, out here where they sometimes bed. Then it drops off a little bit deeper along here. Okay, so part two was maybe a little bit of a bust, not a single bite. You know, it is what it is. It's really cold today, very cold today for here. Cold for Savannah. Things like middle 40s right now. But you know, I still enjoy coming out here. This is one of my favorite chill spots. Very peaceful, very beautiful. So tomorrow we're going up to Atlanta to see the folks, and then I'll be back to shoot part 3 on Friday, and that will be something saltwater, probably out to the beach, just the old standard, you know. It's what we love to do around here. Yeah, so that's gonna do it for part 2. We're gonna wrap this thing up and head to the house, and we'll see you for part 3. What's up, everybody? We're back for part 3. We are out on Tybee Beach. I don't have a lot of sunlight left, so we're just gonna get to it. I did go ahead, get everybody rigged up. I already had a couple of wizard rigs, one pump, one whiting on, and an orange pump rig on. Everybody's getting shrimp, everybody's getting pink shrimp fish bites. So we're gonna get to it. Today, this session's probably gonna extend into tomorrow, coming right back out to the same spot. I just did not have enough time to get bait together and everything today. So let's get to it, and I'll talk to you some more. Okay, so I did in fact have a tiny little fish on here. I thought something might have been hitting this, but it was the tiniest little hits. And it is the world's smallest bluefish. Definitely the smallest one I've ever actually caught. And yeah, of course you'll be going back. I was hoping it was a little croaker or something. I'd save it for bait for tomorrow. But no. He is a little bluefish, and he's gonna go going back. Bye-bye. Whoop. Christmas fishing on Tybee. That's a fish. What have we got? Why do you feel like a stingray? Because you are a stingray. Come here, dude. Better than catching nothing, I suppose. Look at that sunset. Totally worth being out here today. Pretty sure there's something on this rod here. I don't think it's anything big. What do we got? Is that a nice spot for bait for tomorrow? That is. It's exactly what that is. I don't know if you can see it in this light. I'll hold it up so you can at least see its silhouette. But that's going to be good bait for tomorrow. Okay, so we're back out here on Tybee to finish out part 3B, I guess, if you want to call it that, of our Christmas spectacular. I've got my rods all rigged up and ready to go. We're about to cast them out. We've got a couple of hours before dark. It's the last warm day of this system before we get a cold front, which just so happens to be Christmas Eve. So we're going to try and get on some fish quick if we can. If not, whatever. I had fun. And then we're gonna get back to the house to get it edited so y'all can see this tomorrow for Christmas. But before we do that, I just want to thank everyone for what an outstanding year this has been. And I can't thank everyone enough for all the support, the community that's gotten behind me, everyone that comments. I love you all. Thank you so much for supporting. And I'm going to keep going. As long as people keep watching, I'm going to keep making videos. So thank you again. Merry Christmas, happy holidays, whatever you celebrate or don't celebrate. Happy solstice. Let's get to some fishing. It's a hit on this rod. Does he not have it? Yeah, there's the thing. I don't know if it was a crab tugging on it or if it's a fish, but I definitely felt the tug that time. Yeah, what do we got? A little whiting? Heck yeah. We'll keep that. Come here, dude. I'm just looking for enough to make a little meal. That'd be cool. A few little whitings is plenty for me. So if I can toss a few of these guys in the cooler, that's great. Okay, so I've still got my rods out, and if something happens, you'll see it, but I think I want to go ahead and shoot this before I run out of light so that I can say Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, whatever you celebrate. I think that's going to do it. Obviously, it wasn't the best day of fishing, but every day of fishing is an awesome day of fishing, in my opinion. Something might have just hit one of my rods. We're going to see here in a second. There's a light tap, probably a crab. A lot of crabs out here, little things stealing my bait today. So, thank you for watching the 2023 Fishing Control Fishing Spectacular. We'll definitely do this every year. Thank you for supporting. And thank you for watching Fishing Control, and we will see you on the next trip.